Welcome back to Vienna, site of both Elfriede Jelinek and Franz Schubert. Girl Talk drives Jelinek's Death and the Maiden series, published in 2003 as the Princess Dramas. Their centerpiece, number 3, is titled Rosamunde. But while Death and the Maiden, composed by Schubert first as a song, then as a string quartet, functions as the overarching theme of women delivered unto a man's world that kills them, Rosamunde, first music to a play of the same title and then continued on in a string quartet, is the specific setting for the third of Jelinek's Princess Dramas. Rosamunde draws not only from Schubert's music, but also from the play by Helmina von Cesi and their shared narrative of failure. It evokes Schubert's misfortune as a stage composer as much as von Cesi's lifelong struggle to earn her living as a writer and the respect of her contemporaries. Rosamunde, in Jelinek's text, blurs into Helmina at times, the errant writer who never left her writing desk, who was unable to gain a voice on her own, and who kept writing beggars' letters to male intendants in search of exposure, respect, and an income. Rosamunde itself is evading a single-handed grasp, much like Jelinek's writing. The original version of the drama, the one performed at Theater an der Wien in 1823 to Schubert's music, is lost. A thoroughly reworked manuscript was only discovered and edited in the mid-1990s. And it is this second take that Jelinek uses for her own intertextual weave. Even von Cesi's reworked version still shows the signs of a hastily written work with plot holes and missing links. Rosamunde, raised as a shepherd girl in a remote mountainside idyll, is presented on her 18th birthday, A, with the information that she is the lost princess of Cyprus and rightful heiress to the throne, and B, with the task to take back that throne from the usurper Fulvio. When Fulvio, a cardboard cut-out villain, learns of this, his counter-scheme is to threaten, manipulate, and blackmail Rosamunde into marriage. To him, that is. It is from this juxtaposition of gendered imbalance, ingénue Rosamunde versus the sly, government-seasoned Fulvio, that Jelinek draws most of her material, in particular from their third act confrontation, the play's dramatic core. Jelinek also uses the only excerpt of the play that still enjoys popularity, the Schubert song Der Vollmond strahlt auf Bergeshöhen. It is in the play not sung by Rosamunde, but by her foster mother, Axa, who frames it as a song of old. Textual and lyrical layers overlap one another around a core of romance and nature that garners Jelinek's scathing distrust. Jelinek now wedges this full moons on mountains high in between a Rosamunde monologue and a Fulvio Rosamunde dialogue. The song itself, Jelinek calls a Kinderschnitte, a popular German candy bar, sugary, unsubstantial, designed for a miner's mindset. Nature, following this, is manipulative and its idle construction intrinsic to an ideological construction of women without agency. The real thing, Jelinek writes, is the cycle of gender dying. On the railway tracks, on the highway road, in the water. The Ophelian resonance of drowning opens the text in the frame of passivity as it threads biblical references and quotes from the Rosamunde play into one another. Water has penetrated my body, although I just wanted to water my images a bit. On God's green earth, the tiger tears apart the lamp. The water that Rosamunde means to drown in shifts into a flood of lights on the highway. Nature meets machinery. It mows down Rosamunde, whose dying moment is drawn out into a monologue of helplessness that performs itself, tossed around by stereotypes and power structures. Jelinek uses von Cesi's lines. She breaks them up, she adds to them, she scratches off their veneer or covers them up until barely bits shine through. Jelinek throws wedges into Fulvio's blank verses and makes them stumble over their own pathos, disclosing instead the pathetic sexist banality and violence at their core. The agency does not rest with the heroine, but with the words that do things to her. My voice, she will say at the end, my voice, says nothing. It is the words that weave instead, that burst at their seams and through their own rhythms, spilling forth unexpected connections to trappings of contemporary femininity, fashion, fitness, fuckability. This takes the flow back to Schubert and to the dark underbelly of Romanticist verse, in shape of the rivulet that drives the mill of his fair maid of the mill. Jelinek repeatedly quotes it here, with its stars and flowers and anxious male ego, and an invisible woman who says nothing.